Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. You are listening to 10 Minutes Daily Cafe Chat. I'm Emily.
And I am Lisa. Happy weekend, everyone.
So, Lisa, you seem extra cheerful today. Good weekend so far?
Oh my gosh, yes. So I went to my friend's place last night for a movie marathon, right?
Oh, nice. What did you watch?
We started with some action movies, totally normal, but then someone put on a certain Disney movie, and next thing I know, I am standing on the couch, belting out Let It Go.
Full performance, arms out and everything.
Arms out, eyes closed, the whole thing. I think the neighbors heard me. My friend's cat literally ran out of the room.
That is so like you, Lisa. And you know what? That actually connects perfectly to our first story today.
Wait, really? How?
A massive theme park land inspired by that exact movie just opened in Europe.
Oh, I actually saw something about that. That is so exciting. What else do we have?
Then, a cruise line revealed details about what might be the most insane ship ever built. And finally, a city opened a brand new train line that crosses a lake.
That sounds like an amazing lineup.
And if you are new here, welcome. We take real-world news and turn it into casual English conversation. No textbooks, no stress, just two friends chatting over coffee.
Think of it like 10 minutes of listening practice a day. Hit subscribe so you can join us every morning.
We would love to have you here.
Absolutely.
All right, today's key word is frozen.
Frozen? Like the movie I was just singing?
Well, that too. But in everyday English, frozen means completely unable to move or react. Like when your computer screen stops responding, you say it is frozen.
Oh, got it. Like when someone gives you shocking news and you just stand there. You're totally frozen.
Exactly. Keep your ears open for it today. Let's get into it. All right, so our first story. A brand new theme park land based on the movie just opened at a major park in Paris, and it is massive.
Wait, this actually happened? They built the whole kingdom?
They did. The centerpiece is a 118-foot tall mountain with an ice palace on top. They spent about 2 billion euros on this entire expansion, which is roughly $2.2 billion.
2 billion euros. That is not a theme park upgrade. That is a small country's budget.
Right? And it is not just the mountain. There's a boot ride with next-generation animatronics and a castle where you can meet the main characters. That already sounds amazing. What else? Oh, and get this. There's an interactive baby troll that actually talks back to you. Hold on, a troll that talks back? Like a real conversation? Apparently, yes. The little guy responds to what guests say. Kids are going to lose their minds. Honestly, I would lose mine too. What else is in there? There's a big lagoon show, 15 new restaurants, and a nighttime drone show with over 380 drones lighting up the sky. That sounds unreal. So is this part of something bigger, or is it just this one area? Oh, it's way bigger. They're completely transforming the second park. They renamed it and redesigned over 90% of it.
90% redesigned? They basically tore it down and started over.
Pretty much. And when it's all finished, the whole thing will roughly double in size. Double? That's massive. And here's what everyone is wondering. If this works in Europe, is the same thing coming to the parks in the US? Oh, I would absolutely go. Imagine walking through that village in person.
I would be frozen in place just staring at that mountain.
See, there's our key word. Frozen in place, unable to move because you're so amazed.
Perfect use. I wasn't even trying. All right, what's next?
Okay, story number 2. A major cruise company just announced details about their newest ship, and the numbers are absolutely wild.
Oh, I love cruise ship stories. How big are we talking?
Over 248,000 gross tons. It can carry more than 5,600 guests and about 2,350 crew members. So we are talking almost 8,000 people on one ship.
That is not a ship. That is a floating city.
It basically is. And it has 9 pools, which is the most any cruise ship has ever had. One of them has in-water loungers, a swim-up bar, and, get this, an in-water DJ booth.
A DJ booth in the pool? So you're just floating there with your drink while someone is spinning music right next to you?
Exactly! And there's also a brand new water slide that has never been done on a ship before. It's a funnel raft slide where your whole group rides together.
Wait, the whole group? Like you're all in one raft going through a giant funnel?
Yep, first time at sea. They also have 28 dining spots, including a supper club with live jazz, Cajun food, and craft cocktails. Okay, now you're speaking my language. Live jazz and good food? Sign me up. But my favorite part is the family suite. It's 3 stories tall with a rooftop terrace, a private hot tub, and 2 bedrooms, each with their own balcony. 3 stories on a ship. I think my brain just froze trying to picture that. Another great use of Frozen. Your brain couldn't process it, so it just stopped. When does this thing set sail? It launches from Miami next summer. Every trip includes a stop at the cruise line's private island in the Caribbean. A private island, too! At this point, they're just showing off. All right, our last story takes us to the Pacific Northwest. A major city just opened a new light rail line that crosses a lake, and it just faced its first Monday morning rush hour.
A train that crosses a lake? How does that even work?
It runs across a floating bridge, and this is actually the first light rail system in the world to do this. The train crosses the water on a bridge that literally floats on the surface.
That is incredible. I have heard of floating bridges for cars, but a whole train? That is next level.
The project took almost 18 years from the time voters approved it back in 2008. They have been planning and building this thing for nearly 2 decades. 2 decades! That is some serious commitment. So, how did the first Monday commute go? Pretty interesting, actually. People drove to the stations on one side of the lake, parked their cars, and then took the train across. The parking garages filled up really fast.
Oh, so it's already changing how people get around. They're combining driving and the train.
Exactly. Before this, the only way across was by car, and the traffic was brutal. Now you can just park and ride the train straight to the other side.
That is a game changer. Where does the line go?
It connects to some of the biggest tech company offices in the region.
Oh, right. That whole area is a huge tech hub. So now people can go from the city to those offices without sitting in traffic?
That's the idea. One writer said it used to be really hard to visit family on the other side of the lake, but now it's simple.
That is so cool. But I wonder if the excitement will last or if people will go back to their cars eventually.
That's exactly what transit officials are watching. Will this become a daily habit or just something people try once?
I hope it sticks. There's something really exciting about a city investing in public transit like that. It shows they're not frozen in old ways of thinking.
Nice callback. Frozen, meaning stuck, unwilling to change, but this city is definitely moving forward. What a Sunday! Right? What a lineup. Let us do a quick recap. We started with an enormous theme park expansion in Europe, a beloved movie kingdom with a 118-foot mountain and interactive characters. 2 billion euros to make it happen. Then we went to sea with a cruise ship that is basically a floating city, 9 pools, a 3-story suite, and the first funnel raft slide ever on a ship. And we wrapped up with a light rail line that crosses a lake on a floating bridge, something that has never been done before, connecting a major city to its tech hub across the water. Every story today had something that felt like it should not be possible, but is now real. Exactly. And our keyword tied them all together. Frozen can mean literally covered in ice, like the movie, but in everyday English, it means being unable to move or react, whether from amazement, shock, or just being stuck in old habits. Like your brain freezing when you see a 3-story suite on a ship, or a whole city being frozen in old transportation habits until they finally build something new. Great examples. You will hear this word everywhere now. My phone is frozen. The project is frozen. I was frozen with fear.
So many ways to use it. Now, we always want to bring you stories you love, so we have a little question for you today.
Which story interested you the most? Option A, the Movie Kingdom theme park in Europe.
Option B, the floating city cruise ship.
Or option C, the floating bridge light rail.
So, Lisa, which one are you picking?
Oh, I'm going with B, that DJ booth in the pool and the 3-story suite. I need to be on that ship.
I'm picking C, actually. 18 years of planning, and it finally happened. There's something really inspiring about a city committing to public transit like that.
That's so you, Emily. Always the thoughtful one.
So, what about you? Drop your answer in the comments. A, B, or C. Any language is totally fine, and isn't just an emoji works. We read every single comment, and it really makes our day, so don't be shy. And if you enjoyed today's chat, please hit that subscribe button and give us a like. It helps more people find us.
Thanks for spending your Sunday morning with us. See you tomorrow, everyone.
See you tomorrow. Bye.